That trigger rate for R or
Am I ready for that? Okay, I'm down.
Alright guys, we're here for the, I believe it's third edition of the Game of the Week. We got the usual suspect with me, Foul Caliber, and we got a new member to our squad here. We got King Dutch with us.
Hey.
Alright, so it's a 3-man crew. Maybe we'll suck a little less this time. Yeah, so interesting game we got in this one. A little Battle of Ontario, and these two teams also hooked up for a pretty decent sized trade on Sunday in the trade deadline. So yeah, what do you guys think of this one?
They did a big trade. The 2 from Ottawa to Toronto, and 2 returning, switching picks. I don't know. It's kind of hard to see who got the better of the 2, but I guess this would be the number 1 way to find out.
For sure, I think will be the only player involved in that trade, I believe, that's playing tonight is Matt the Rock.
Oh, then they switched it, because I was looking and I saw Galchenyuk's name was supposed to be in there to play.
Yeah, I don't know, must have changed, but
Oh, yeah.
So I guess why don't we get you guys' predictions? Go with Fuck Caliber first.
well, we got good lineups between both teams. You got Drew Barry up front, Brofield, got Lee Chucky for Toronto, and you got Dangles for the 7. Deadly Kush is a good player, and Esposito, probably their best player on the team. So it's not their best top line, but it's they got a couple of people that can notice. One of the old Toronto players, Blue Drew, who was also involved in that 2-player trade, he was also supposed to play for the left defense where he is playing today, but it's should be a good game. King Kong's in that for Toronto. Check of Amnesia for Ottawa. Should be a pretty fair game, I'd say. You look at the stats between the offense breakdown. They only have 83 points. Toronto and Ottawa's got 2 elite players, Deadly Kush, 204, and Esposito. So they finished their lineup with 112. Points aren't everything, but they definitely have 2 of the best players for Ottawa. Probably really looking for that win, obviously.
And King Dutch.
Well, he's basically summed it up with all the numbers and who's certainly the better of the players within each organization. I'd say it's going to be a close game, maybe 2-1. I can't even tell you who would actually win this because by numbers and by playing with them, personally experiencing their atmosphere and the way they play, it'll be a really close game. They both bring good puck movement and good overall goaltending and defense to the table, so it'll be an interesting one to see for sure.
For sure, I agree. Both teams have some solid players in the lineup. The goaltending is fairly even. Both goalies have 15 losses. Yeah, I think it'll be a close matchup for sure. And last week, our game of the week, we said at the beginning it was going to be a close one. And it pretty much was exactly that, right down to the wire.
The last one was right down to the last 10 seconds of the game.
Yeah, I think Buffalo was losing, and they tied it, and then they ended up losing in overtime, but it was like a 2-1 game. so we got our game stream is up.
I'm just kind of looking a bit more into the goaltending matchup. It looks like Chuck of Amnesia has won 4 of his last 5 played, and Cons is 1-3-1.
Another interesting note for the Leafs is I believe it's one of the first games for their recently called up defenseman from the AHL, Tim. You know, he was one of the better, like the top defensemen in the AHL. So it'll be interesting to see how he does up in the NHL with a little bit tougher competition and better players to defend against.
For the Suns, it will be interesting to see how well they play together, because I know a few of them are actually new to the team, as they have been very busy up till the trade deadline, making nothing but moves, and I don't know, it'll be an interesting one for sure. It could be the difference in this game.
Yeah. So looks like we're just getting ready here. Everyone's readying up. And should be ready to roll in a couple minutes. Alright, getting ready to roll here. Let's get a little chat from our boys from NBC Sports. And we're underway. Leafs win the face-off. We're going to get into the center zone right away and work the puck around the boards. Nice cycle going on, miss one timer, and it goes all the way back down to Cons, and he's going to play that. Senators get the puck back after the Leafs dumped it. And Senators going to try to get something going. Be interesting to see the difference between the two teams, who gets the more zone time, who takes advantage of their opportunities, stuff like that. In our last game that we did, we said that it was going to be whoever takes advantage of the opportunities they get, because the defense was so good in that game that if you didn't take advantage of the opportunities you had, you weren't going to win that game. So it ended up being the Capitals that take advantage of that. Leafs come the other way. Brofio, believe that is Galichuk, yeah, it's pretty much steady back and forth action so far. Just pretty even, like we predicted.
That was a beautiful poke by defense there for Toronto.
Yeah, I think both teams, it's almost like the game's pretty much staying in the neutral zone, other than a couple times where each team's got a chance to get in the zone, but other than that, quite a few stops in the neutral zone.
Ooh, a big hit in center ice.
Yeah, someone lost their helmet there. Is a big one. Rebound, but couldn't get there in time. And the Leafs score
Oh, there it
first.
is.
Galley Chucky. There we go. Brofio and Drew Bar get the assists on that one. So it's 1-0.
That was a beautiful play overall. They opened the lane and right to the slot and they took it.
Yeah, and that's what you got to do. Like,
The forward cycle that killed them.
I think the Leafs really did a good job of utilizing the cycle, slowing the puck down.
I think their fear is definitely going to be after watch their passes. Because Ottawa's on them. Ottawa's been known this season to be a good body using team. They have to use the body. While Toronto likes to use the sticks, you know what I mean? Sort of use the Montreal, sort of French side of the hockey style. And there are a lot of French people on the team, so they don't use the body as much as Ottawa does. So if they mess up on some of these passes, they could be key components to a turnover and to a goal to tie this game out real quick.
Wow. Yeah, you are correct. Absolutely. QC guys, they certainly know how to use the sticks and keep the puck moving quick and
They certainly
efficient.
get a penalty there. It's like that. Got them on the poke from behind there.
Yeah, with a recent update, I've noticed that they have EA has affected the poke check, and it is a little bit more reliable, but at times it's still
Yeah, you
equally
gotta
as
be
dangerous.
in the right position. Basically,
Definitely
that's
stick lifts, so
Absolutely.
yeah, same thing.
at some points they canceled that you cannot stick lift. They won't let you. If you press X at certain moments, you can. They won't let you. It doesn't work. Your person will not stick lift. It depends on the sort of angle that is on the board. It's really weird.
Yeah, pretty much you have to be like in the right position. So basically, it's those people that just like spam the poke checks and stuff. They get killed on that a lot. And, you see a lot of them getting pissed off and they don't understand. But it's like, you gotta be smart about it. And, choose when you want to poke and whether you're in the right position or not. So if you're beside them, normally you're gonna get a penalty. If you're behind them, you're gonna get a penalty. So, same with the stick lift. You gotta be in the right spot. Like you can be behind them, but that's if they're holding their stick out to the side or something. So basically, just being smart about it. And
Yeah, you just have to keep your play a lot more simple. You can't be going through a bunch of people and stuff. It's really different. It's tuner makes your availability so that you can't do certain things, and I found your person is a little more sluggish than before. Like certain ways how you move your puck and just wristing. That's a lot of effect that they've done to it.
So we're at the end of the first period. Toronto's winning 1-0. So pretty tight game so far, though. Pretty much just as we expected.
Oh, absolutely. Both teams are doing awesome defensively. It's just a matter of making the other team make mistakes, and that's something Toronto's successfully done.
Yeah, you pretty much hit it right on the net. Hit the nail right on the head there. Leafs called a turnover. See if they can grab the puck. Senators managed to get the puck out of their zone. It was good for them. Recovered from the turnover. Oh, it's offside. Icing on the
Icing, that's bad for momentum.
Yeah. And that's a spot where, if you're the Senators, you want to win that face-off.
Yep.
Take advantage of that. The Leafs getting the cycle going again, see if they can.
Toronto's certainly winning most of these one-on-one battles, and
what a play! A lot of movement the way they
missed the one time.
Together. It's a little different.
The a solid play by the Leafs, but Drew Bear missed the one-timer.
Oh,
Giant angles.
that was a
Oh, when he scores.
beautiful goal.
Wow, that was kind of risky, but taking that deep, there's about 3 or 4 people in front of the net in white jerseys,
Well, that was very risky.
but I guess it worked.
Cons was a little bit back in net, and it didn't really help him because he was too far back in the crease to really get a chance at that.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna work too often. They can't be trying to make those risky plays too much, or they might get burned on it.
Oh.
Face-off's really in favor of the Leafs there. Brofio has only lost 1 so far.
Yeah, Brofio's been dominating. I think the only one he lost was a tie-up, and for Ottawa, he's gonna have to switch something up.
Yeah. Ottawa steals the puck and they're back the other way. Maybe they can take the lead here. Oh, poked.
That was some good puck movement in
Back the other way.
Ottawa in the offensive zone, but
3 on 1.
need to
See if the Leafs are gonna. Oh, Ottawa gets back. It's a good job by Ottawa there to get back and shut down that almost 3 on 1 opportunity. He's back the other way, working around the point. Ooh, puck bounced around a little bit. Chuck covers up.
And there's the second win for Ottawa on the faceoff.
Well, you gotta start somewhere.
Yep. They are certainly settled in together, and they're starting to make the movements that they need. It's just a matter of keeping it in deep and keeping the cycle game going, but being on a PK, they're doing exactly what they need to do.
Yeah, for sure. I think what better time to start winning faceoffs on the penalty kill, because losing faceoffs in your own zone, the penalty kill is not going to do any good for you at all. So Ottawa's starting to get things going.
Oh wow, that was a good move.
Try to take over the momentum here. Oh, good save by Cons.
This is exactly what we expected to see, is back and forth, and now Ottawa certainly has taken the momentum. They're starting to run with it.
Yeah, really close game. This is the second week in a row we kind of lucked out a bit, and the game we chose is really close, which is good, because we don't want to have a game where we're broadcasting on the LeagueGaming.com YouTube channel and it's a blowout or something like that. So It's always good when we get a close game.
Oh wow.
Keeps our job a little easier because
Smart cover by Cons.
good action kind of covers up. With our commentating doesn't have to be as spot on, I guess, if it's some interesting action going on.
Name's not right for a reason, right?
Exactly.
Oh, that was a beautiful move right to the
what
slot.
a play. Galchenyuk gets the second of the game. 2 seconds left in the period, too. Brofio and Drew Bear get the assists again, so
This is definitely
it's 2 points each for that line.
Yeah, that was sure.
Took it to them. Toronto was the first period. Ottawa was second. I guess we'll have to see what happens in the third, but Ottawa took it to them with shots. And just time on the attack, they really worked in that period, I think. And if Ottawa keep doing that, they had a chance of getting back at them. It's a pretty fair game.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think you know, if you look at the stats, the Leafs still hold the advantage in most spots, but you know that was definitely a better period than the first for the Senators.
And they got warmed up, but
You know,
still, first and second, Burfield from Leafs is killing it on the faceoffs, and
yeah,
that's
that's one big
definitely
thing. I think that could be a big
changing.
factor in this game if
And there's penalty.
the Leafs do manage to win. Is that you know the Senators can't
It's
win
not something that
with
Ottawa needs right now.
they can't win a game when they're only getting 2 face-off wins, right?
Exactly.
So hopefully they try to get more here in the third.
Well, that was a beautiful pass, beautiful
Oh
outlet.
wow, good
Good
defense by
recovery for defense on Toronto. I believe
yeah.
that was Gee getting back in time.
Leafs defense has been really solid. Matt and Tim,
Absolutely,
especially this game.
they have not really made any mistakes at all. They're pressuring the guys perfectly, and they're in good position.
Yeah, and I
Not
think
giving
when they
up the
do,
slot.
when there is some shots on Collins, the defense does a really good job of grabbing the rebounds and getting them out of there as soon as possible, not giving them any second chances.
Yeah, it was a good move by Geek to keep the puck moving. That is a place where Ottawa really needed to grab the puck because they could have had a breakout where they caught Yellow way back.
Senators moving the puck around now, or sorry, Leafs actually. Really getting, maybe keep hold on to it there. Really getting a good cycle going, and Senators break it up.
There we go. They had the cycle going, and they had Ottawa scrambling a little bit.
Yeah, I think one more. They were really close to having a good chance at scoring, but the Senators broke it up before they could even get a puck towards the net.
Ottawa's really got to adjust on these faceoffs.
For sure. Right now, that's the biggest factor. The Leafs have dominating that category. Brofio's just been basically lights out. Oh, Gally Chucky looking for the hat trick there.
Solid goaltending all around. Both goaltenders this game.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, even though
Check amnesia.
the Leafs are winning almost every draw in the offensive zone, Chuck really hasn't been afraid to cover up at all, and I think that he's showing that they can trust him, and to make the saves. Kind of help them right here when they're struggling on the faceoffs, which is key to keep them in the game. I don't think without him being pretty solid in that the score would be as close as it was just with the faceoffs advantage.
No, definitely. I'm trying to learn at taking that time on attack and swing.
Oh, Gally
Being in their
Chucky.
zone.
Oh, looking for the hat trick again, but can't sneak it by Chuck.
That was a big steal by Galley.
Sens coming in. Oh, and they score. Tie game.
Oh wow.
We knew it wasn't over. You couldn't say it was over just yet.
Nope, absolutely not.
Doesn't matter what the face-off numbers are. At this, the Senators weren't going to give up just because they weren't winning draws. And looks like one of the guys is either lagging out or just not paying attention. Hopefully it's not the second one because, it's never, it looks like he's lagging there. The guy's kind of twitching and stuff. So that's another thing that, maybe that's their center lag, and so maybe that's been happening the whole game, just getting worse. You never know. I mean, obviously that's not taking anything away from Brofio doing so well in the faceoffs, but I mean, obviously it's EA Sports, so the lag is, always a possibility. Exactly. there's a lot of things in the game that shouldn't be, but you know, it's EA slogan, so I guess they're trying to stick to that.
Those glitch penalties should never have been in the game.
There's a lot of things. I do like the recent update. For the most part, you know, the main thing is they fixed the lag with the host and the home team captain, which is really huge, especially for, you know, LG games, because, you know, it almost
It's tiring, but like
yeah, before it almost gave the away team the advantage every time, when, you know, it shouldn't be that way.
Well, no, that you just look at records, and you could see the home teams had more losses, obviously, than the losing records.
Yeah.
Well, away.
And I just think that, you know, I think that part is, you know, as far as LGE goes and, you know, league games, that update is huge.
No doubt.
The update really helps the goalies out as well.
Yeah, that, I mean, you know, those slow where they kind of, the puck just trickles towards the net and the goalie just, for some reason, can't move over and get them at all. They fix those. You know, a couple other things, but, you know, all the goalies that I've heard talking about it haven't really said anything bad.
Nope, I won't say anything about that. I mean, out of 7 games played with the new update, I've already had 3 shutouts, so. Looks like Ottawa's taking their time out here.
Yeah, the screens, oh, there we go. Oops.
Bad penalty for Toronto to take right now. Equals up to 4-on-4 for
Yeah,
the
I
rest
mean,
of the
luckily
game.
they have a power play, so it's going to be 4-on-4 the rest of the game. Seconds to go. Will we reach overtime? It'd be interesting. You know, still a fair bit of time. Oh no, please take a penalty. That's not good.
Oh, that's not good. It's going to make for an interesting finish.
For sure. See if the Leafs are going to try to clear it out. There you go. We'll clear it. And, 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Oh my god. Oh, what a save by Collins. That was so clutch. Oh my. That was, you know, I almost thought the game was going to be over right there, but
That was phenomenal. I thought it was over for sure once I saw that pass get off.
Yeah, stretches across, stretches out the bonds, and makes a save. I think the Senators probably thought it was going to be over there too. But Collins,
Oh yeah, Collins checking out the replay.
yeah,
Do not
there
blame
you
him
go.
at all.
It's a replay brought to you by King Collins. I want to mention before we forget. I actually like to thank King Collins for providing their stream, because obviously none of us are playing the game. So without, you know, someone like him volunteering to stream the game, we can't, you know, provide the gameplay footage. So big help to him, and thanks for that. Alright, overtime. Leafs are gonna. Senators got a 5-on-3 here. Ooh, Galchenyuk still looking for that hat trick. Tries to sneak one in there. And now it's 5-on-4. The Leafs have. Oh, opportunity for the Leafs, and Senators cleared away. Still in their zone though. Power play looks like it's gonna expire, and the Sens never really got much done on that period. They were almost in their own zone for most of overtime so far. So
It's very good pressure by Toronto.
like I said before the game, just like last week's game of the week, it might be whoever takes advantage of the minimal opportunities they get, because so far it's been a fairly defensive game. The Leafs have had a few more opportunities than the Senators, but overall it's been fairly close defensive, I guess. Oh, there we go. It's over. Rofio scores the goal, and it's over. Nice pass from Galchenyuk from the corner. And Leafs pick up the win. Battle of Ontario goes to Leafs.
That was a good end to that game.
Yeah. Just looking here, I believe. So that'll be the third win, I believe. Or that'll be a fourth win, actually, No, that'll be the third win in the regular season for the Leafs against the Senators. So right now, so that'll make the Leafs 4-0 against their, I guess, Ontario rivals, division rivals this season. So obviously division wins are important, especially now the trade deadline's passed. Teams' rosters are pretty much 100% set. And everyone's pushing, making the final push to get a playoff spot. So important win. What are you guys' thoughts on that game?
That was exactly what we expected. Nothing but absolute skill and on defense for both teams.
I think Ottawa had a lot of pressure on them. And a few times thought they were gonna get that open chance and put that in there and call them night, but somehow Toronto ended up getting a good couple passes through, and they found themselves down and finished it. And it was a good game, both ends. At the end, Toronto kind of got a couple of penalties that really hurt them, but they fought through their penalty kill, and I believe if they don't have now, they had the best penalty kill in the whole league. So they really did really well on that. And I think that once they got down there and they reset their game after that, they capitalized on it, and it could have went either way. Ottawa could have held that too. Chances just happened. It was a fair game.
Yeah, I think
the team could have won that.
I think a couple of the bigger factors that I noticed in this game for the reason why the Leafs won is obviously one is the face-off advantage. We talked about that the whole game. But other than that, I think that the Leafs were consistent. Even though they got some penalties, they had 5-on-3, and they were pretty much in the center zone for almost the whole time. So they were consistent the whole game. They played pretty solid on offense the whole time. Whereas the Senators, it was kind of hit and miss. Every once in a while, they get a couple good chances, and they'd score, but they wouldn't be able to keep steady pressure. The first period was very back and forth, and then it almost became like a little less, still back and forth, but I think it was more the Leafs would get more zone time than the Senators would at the other end of the ice. So I think overall, the Leafs, deserve the win probably more than the Senators, but both teams battled hard to the end. Another solid game of the week's in the books, and hopefully we have this same luck next week. Pick another solid game.
Definitely.
You guys have anything else to add, or?
You pretty much did everything right there.
Yeah, I think, like you said, it could go either way. But Toronto definitely had a lot better puck movement and cycling that whole game. And there should have been, they had really good chances of not even having to take that game to overtime. But Ottawa's defense and checking EJ net, they did well and kept that game.
Yeah, and I mean, one thing, I think we kind of forget about it a little bit because the Senators lost, but, it was within, inches of that game being over with, like, 2 seconds to play, and Collins made the save, kept it alive, and that was really huge because, well, obviously, I mean, if he didn't make that save, there's no way the Leafs would have won that, so,
No doubt. They're
it's,
passing it back to Toronto.
it's probably the highlight of the game, I'd say. There's some nice goals, but at the end of the day, the Leafs don't win that game if Collins doesn't make that huge save at the end.
That was amazing. It was a really good save, huge stretch by him. And he did a good job.
Alright, guys.
He kept the Leafs in it, man, for sure.
I think that's all she wrote for us this week. I'd like to thank Fall Caliber again. Come with me week after week. Yeah.
Follow me.
Shout out.
Or you can not.
You can follow him, or you can just not and say you did, I guess.
Yeah, you can do that too. I really appreciate this.
You can also, thanks to our new partner on the broadcast with us, King Dutch. I think
It was fun being here, and hope to do it again.
yeah, it was fun for sure.
That was good.
Hopefully, keep it up next week and bring us some more LGHL PSN action.
Stay tuned to LeagueGaming.com if you guys want to watch other games. We won't be commentating. We won't have our great voices in it, but you can also watch the Senators and Sabres tomorrow. They'll start at 10 p.m. Eastern, and Panthers at Maple Leafs same time. Those are the next games. So stay tuned for some more action.
Yes, and
See you guys again.
Enjoy.
Lots of big games coming up for the rest of the week too, but we won't be broadcasting those. But check them out on the website. You never get too much hockey, I guess. Alright, guys, that's it for this week. Once again, my partners are Fall Caliber and King Dutch, and it's Gally. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you guys next week.
Peace.
Peace.